Yeah.
Like Beavis or Butthead.
Did I remember when that was a thing, man? I went over to Chad Thrush's house. He's dead and gone now. Staying the night, and they had MTV. I lived on that dirt road that didn't have cable, but we got to watch Beavis and Butthead, and his parents were cool too because
they let you watch Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, they let us. It was okay. His mom was real cool. It was a single mom. So that's why we got to watch.
Drink in the house because I know you're going to do it. I'd rather you do it under my roof.
She's a good mom, I think. I feel terrible I went over to her house years later, and I got after he died. He died when he was like 14 or 15, and there was a VHS that when we were seniors, they put Chad in it, and there was pictures of me and Chad together in it, and I didn't have it, and I went over to her house because she had a copy of it, and I'm like, can I borrow that really quick? I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was doing something for a college speech or something. I was using sympathy for trying to get a good grade or whatever, and I was going to show and she's like, yeah, but will you please return it? And I
hope you did. Oh no.
I went back to her house, and it was nobody was there, and it was raining. And I go, I can't just set this VHS tape out here.
Yeah.
I go, I'll make the trip back another time. And I never did.
Where is it?
I think I still have it. I should track that down.
You should bring it to her and say.
That's all I'm mentioning too. I made ship it to her.
No, I say you bring it to her and say I just finished my paper. So there was just a VHS, and I get so to people that didn't go to your school.
Yeah.
It just looked like you were hanging out with a 14-year-old.
Well, I wasn't. The picture was me young too.
Oh,
yeah. They were like it was like collages or what.
I thought they like edited it into your senior year, like he was still there.
No,
okay.
That's a dude that got he could swear at his house too. Couldn't say the F word, but he could swear, and I'm like, whoa, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He's the dude that I got caught shoplifting with when we were young.
What did he take? I hope something.
Sunglasses.
Okay.
No,
a lot cooler than what you stole.
Yeah. Did a super into figurines, okay? And
a porcelain figurine of a boxer dog in a magic book.
Hey. Dude, I'm a catch. I am a catch. Okay? Because first, I think it was just the thrill of trying to get away with it.
Yeah.
A. B, I was into magic. I stole the book from a different place. That place is all shut down now. And the place is called Bookmark.
Okay.
I went there, stole that book.
And you got away with it?
Got away with it. Then we walked to Meyer, and I had nowhere to put the book, and I didn't want them to think I stole it from Meyer, so I put it down my pants.
Obviously.
And
obviously.
And then
the number one thing.
And then I stole that porcelain boxer dog, which, by the way, I have a boxer now, so it all worked out.
Yeah, that doesn't give you the right to take things.
Well, little did I know that I was going to have a boxer. Like, me taking that is the reason why I gave Dozer a home.
Is it?
I don't know. And then I was so nervous because they took us in the back room, and the dude was just mean to like, he took his job seriously, right? And he was probably 21 now that I think about it, but
when you're 14, 21-year-old seems like they have their life together. It's like this guy probably has a 401k.
Right. And then he goes, and then he patted me down. And can they even do that?
They cannot.
They can't pat you down, can they?
They can detain you, but they can't even really detain you.
He made me get up on my arms. He put his finger up my butt, and then they can't do that either, right? Dude, I should have talked about this.
Yeah, you definitely. No, dude.
No.
Kids in the 90s had no rights.
No,
not like they have today.
Right. And they found that book, and then they called my parents, and then... dude, it was terrible. I was so scared just because I was in trouble. You know what I mean? I didn't know what was going to happen next. I guess they do.
Your dad's like, oh, what Jake take? A nudie mag? My God, boys will be boys. It's 101 easy at-home magic tricks and a porcelain boxer doll. That ain't my son.
Just a year click. I think they had to pay... I think it's 10 times the amount.
Oh, my God!
Of whatever was stolen. I think that was what the rule was.
Did you leave the store?
No.
Oh, I
walked
it's not
out.
shoplifting until you leave the store.
I was in the middle of the. I wasn't even out of the store. I was in the middle of the. I went out the first doors.
Oh, that's leaving.
Okay. Well, anyway,
you went past the cash
I want to go
register.
back right now. You almost gave me the bees to go take them to court.
Yep.
To like 30 years later. No, but
You get shakes about it now.
So I think that thing was $5. So 10 times 5. I think my parents had to pay
$30,000.
$30,000. Is that correct? And then I couldn't go into a Meijer for like 5 years. But that never last.
Yeah.
That didn't last. I mean, I never stole again though.
What would you how would you handle one of your children stealing?
Oh boy, I don't know, man. I would probably try to figure out why. Like, where's the why? My parents didn't try to figure out the why. I don't know if a lot of kids go through those stages at that age.
Thieving stage?
Yeah, like a thieving stage. But I'd try to figure out the why of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But to them, they would have had to have been better parents. And hell, they didn't want to do that. They were 90s parents, man. You just were. I was a latchkey kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course. I'm always with friends by myself. Parents didn't do jack, so it's like, yeah, so we steal. You know, and I'm smoking cigarettes too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like you got. I don't know. I would think. I'm not blaming it all on the parents. But I know that sounds so annoying. But where did it go wrong? Where I was thinking stealing was cool.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a terrible person, or maybe it has things to do with the way they brought me up.
Yep. Listen, we can bring everything back to our parents doing something wrong.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't even want to go down that. I don't want to pull at that string because I know we'll have them.
Oh,
That's sad.
it is very. We had something happen this weekend that Kayla and I have been arguing on if we scarred our child or not.
Probably. I've got a couple of those, and they make me feel terrible.
Yeah, it was we were in a compromising position, and she walked in, so that's fun.
Yep.
That was a fun conversation to have with V.
Well, I mean, it's natural.
You know what I said?
Uh,
I said, we were talking about Disney. 'Cause
Yeah.
right now we have, like, throughout the year we have our this is what we're talking about. Like, it's either her birthday, Christmas, now it's Disney. And then she was like, yeah, but why were you like that? And I was like, well, we started to play fight.
yeah.
And then
You just got to start screaming at Kayla, like yell, because what's worse? What scarring is worse?
yeah. What is going to do the least amount of damage?
Right. Start hitting her. No, abuse is not okay.
And then I was like, so we were play fighting. She's like, that's what I heard. I was like, yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what you heard.
That's what it was. Go to bed and try to never think about this again. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Do you want money? Here's some money.
All right, so dude, I got I set up a thing yesterday.
Okay.
I need
I'm tapped out right now.
Okay.
I can't really give you any money.
Well, I just need advice. I don't.
Oh.
Maybe not from you.
What the hell?
Well, I don't know if you've ever done this.
That doesn't matter.
I need advice from some peeps here, and I don't want to spend a ton of money. Okay, so I just set up a cabin up in Marquette
Okay.
in the next few weekends or whatever. Then I'm going to take the family up there, and we're going to go up there. And we're going to snowshoe.
Okay.
But I need to get snowshoes, but I don't want to spend $260 on like really nice pair of snowshoes.
Ask Cracker Dan.
He doesn't have any.
Bull.
No, he doesn't have any snowshoes.
No.
Him and his family don't. They cross country ski, but they don't do
there it is.
the snowshoeing. So I need like they have some at Fleet Farm that I'm looking at here.
Okay.
They're like $80, but
Each?
yeah, well,
For a pair?
two pairs, yeah, or
Wait,
a pair. I mean,
okay.
yeah, a pair. But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like the good, and I'm not going to sit here all day like, taking calls. But if you can text 71090, what's a really nice pair that has great bindings? Because I don't want them to be slipping off my kids' feet either.
Can you rent any in your area?
I don't know. I don't really want to rent them.
No. I wanted you. What I'm thinking is rent them in your area, test them out, see how much you guys all enjoy it, and then that'll determine if you want to put money behind it.
Well, I don't want to. I don't
Well,
wanna put,
like, if it becomes a thing like where your kids really enjoy it and you guys really enjoyed it, then maybe you could be like, oh, this is a cool winter thing. We'll buy some nice snowshoes for the winter since we can't bike.
This is okay it again sports. What is that? Or is that Play It Again? Play It Again sports. They have them?
Yeah, Play It Again sports has everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They got snowshoes there?
Yeah, probably.
But man, I always feel like Play It Again sports is outrageous.
Okay, some things they are.
Like you
some
go in
things
there,
they are not, but some things they are.
I'll have to take a look at that.
Go, yeah, because there's one in Appleton, like not even far from here.
Yeah, maybe I'll make a trip over there. They
I'll go with you. I wanted to get some new discs anyway.
Well, where's it at? Because I don't know. Is that going towards home?
It's not far.
Oh, somebody said Shields. That might be a place. I don't know
if we're allowed there anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm really excited about this. So we're gonna go. I first booked the cabin.
Okay.
Right, and we haven't told the kids.
Don't.
No, we're not going to. We're just gonna pick them up at school and we're gonna take off. But Angie said she would rather do, because this was a cabin with a bunk bed and a pull out, right? Mm-hmm. And an electric heater. That's it. There was like nothing else. So it's like no bathrooms or anything. Like if you got to go to the bathroom, you're walking up to where the tent area is in one of those bathrooms.
I would rather jump off of a cliff into a sea of sex offenders. Like that's
you. Like when the labyrinth hands, like you're going down that hole in like labyrinth, and she keeps getting grabbed.
Yeah, I would.
Sea full of pedophiles.
The last thing I want to do is stay in a cabin like that.
So she goes. So she's like, she was very excited.
Yeah.
And then I showed her the cabin. You should see it. It just
show me the cabin quick. Let me see this. This is what makes me think one day you are just going to text me and say, this will be my last communique.
Communique, because I don't know how to spell communication.
I will be living in the forest. See you when I come back down for supplies.
Okay, hold on.
I'm like, great. And then, but the forest you live in is like Lion's Den in Grafton. It's like still like super close to society.
All right, check it out.
Okay, let me come over there and check out this dirt. That's what you were gonna stay in?
Yeah.
No wonder why you didn't want to tell your kids. They would have been like, Dad, why?
As a fan, Angie said that too. Angie's like, okay, I'm excited. What do we do, though, if there's like any kind of snowstorm? We'll be like, we've been walking, yo. So we moved it up to the luxury cabin where it's more this.
At least you have a toilet.
Yeah, a toilet and like a shower.
Okay.
Or this if you get the like really dope one, but we don't know which one we got. There was only one open because they only got so many of them. They got like 8 of them.
Yeah, that's a mistake you make only one time.
yeah, dude. Because I was like, she's like, we won't tell the kids, and I'm like, yeah, probably not. Because I'm not sure how much they're going to enjoy the cabin that I picked. She's like, well, let me see pictures. And then we went to this then. But
because she probably said like, oh, let me see the other rooms. And you went, no, that's it.
Yeah, she did. She goes, wait, that's the bedroom, right? And I'm like, yep. Where's the living room? Yep.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah. Well, so the reason why we went up to the luxury because it's a little bit more, but I decided we're gonna take the dog because the dog can go, so we don't gotta store the dog. Don't gotta store the dog. So this is pumped. We're excited about it, and I love flipping Marquette.
Oh, nice.
Because I got to do with that. I'll talk to you about it in a minute.
That's a mistake you only make once when you're like, oh, we're not going to spend any time in the room. Might as well just get the cheapest, smallest room possible.
That's what in my head, I'm thinking.
Because Kayla and I did that once when we went on just a little vacation. I was like, we're not going to stay in the room. Like, we're going to be out seeing stuff. And then it was like raining, and we were stuck in the worst room you could possibly think of. And it's like, okay, never again.
Yeah.
Now, you got to get something that's at least half-ass comfortable, especially when you have kids.
So we're doing, dude. You can snowshoe up at Dead River Falls, the place. It's gonna be great. I got so jealous, and I know this. You got a young kid and everything, but I'm like, oh man, Tanner's, you're so close to Marquette. You guys would maybe.
No,
I think you would.
We would most likely like it.
Meanwhile, Jake's at the pot store. Like when somebody said, "This is why you guys don't get no sponsors." Did you hear? They're outrageous. So well, they are. Anyway, yeah, no, I think it's fun. We never do anything in the winter, and this was just out of the.
Yeah,
I am Sunday is my
except for Cancun, Mexico.
Yeah, well, I mean winter things.
Yeah,
and this is a cheap, pretty cheap vacation because we're going to that Rippling River Resort, so in the hot tub year round.
Nice.
So I don't know. It'll be.
Wait, do you have to walk to it though?
Yeah. Well, you can drive to it.
It still sounds awful.
It's gonna be, man. It's outside the hot tub.
Yeah, it's an outside hot tub. Those seem fun for a minute.
Somebody said, "How easy to find things in Traverse City without planning beforehand? Extremely easy. The town is not like super big. You're gonna be fine. Make sure you go to Empire. Make a trip out to Empire and Petoskey if you're looking for something to do. Petoskey is awesome too. Greatest
place. You said to trade wives.
Yep,
with the locals.
Yep, right there with the locals. Yeah. That's why we're going to Marquette up here for.
Yeah, you can get a punch card. After 10 swaps, you get a free sandwich.
So, dude, I if you know, that's a weird thing. Like, tell me, because I feel like nobody really snowshoes, or I think they do it once or twice, and then they're.
It's a pretty white thing to do, Jake.
Is that what it is?
You guys, are you going to bring your JBL speaker and only listen to John Mayer?
Yeah. We just downloaded John.
Just listening to John Mayer and drinking warm milk.
I don't know.
I'm very surprised that Cracker Dad doesn't have snowshoes. But he has. Have you thought about maybe cross country skiing?
Yeah, well, Angie suggested that for Piper because she might like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's settle down. I want to be able to afford things for me too. Dude, where's that plate against sports? It might run over there. But I know nothing about snowshoes.
It's literally not far from here.
Is it? Not.
It's not.
Maybe I'll go to Shields too. I got things to do. I ain't going.
Yeah, what things?
I gotta go to the gym after this, man.
You can still do that.
Well, the gym, then I gotta get home.
It'll still be there, probably. Unless you know something I don't.
How far is it away from? It just seems terrible now.
Let me pull up.
I'm just gonna order it from Amazon. I'm just making my own.
Why don't you look on Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, I did, but again, I don't know anything what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I got to do some research. Okay. Yeah, you're making. There's a lot of pressure. I'm canceling the trip.
Play It Again Sports is 11 minutes away from here.
I don't know.
And it's back towards the highway that you can get home.
They open at 11 or something.
Ooh, good question, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Good question. I'm looking. Hold on.
We're excited, man. If you get a chance to ever go up to Marquette, that is my jam. I could move there in a second if I could and had more money and could get rid of radio. But yeah, it is. I absolutely love it there. You didn't like
this job as much. They open at 9 a.m.
9, not bad.
Yeah, I know Kayla and I want to go to Traverse.
Yeah, you should.
We'd like to see Traverse because
tag along.
It's crazy, but the water there just seems so blue.
Oh yeah, that's where they bottle scope.
Yeah. So that's where we'd like to go there.
All right, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. So Angie goes, yesterday, check this out.
Okay.
We're sitting there, and not to be crude, but we all do this. I passed some nasty gas.
Yep.
Okay? Enough to where even me, I was like, whoa. And I didn't say anything because I'm able to.
Them.
Well, I do, but she can't smell anything because she can't smell or taste. And she could, you know what I mean? Like this one you could taste. And I can do this around her because... And I've been doing it for months. I've been taking advantage of this, just because.
You're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, "Those were the good days."
Yeah, those were the good days. You know what I mean? I'm like not sick or gross to her or anything.
Yeah.
And she went, "Oh, that's awful." And I go, "Angie, you could smell." And she's like, "Oh my God, I can smell." And then she could start tasting things again.
Your fart? Your fart cured her,
dude.
You have magic farts. Listen, if you're dealing with the side... Have you lost your taste and smell due to the side effects of COVID-19? Life is hard when you can't taste or smell things, and it's just not what it used to be. Try Jake's farts. Side effects of Jake's farts.
Nah, dude, and she goes... And she's being able to taste food. I gave her an idea.
Okay.
And she will not give me credit on this right now.
Okay.
But I do believe it is the reason why, because she just started doing this like for 2 days, and then all of a sudden it starts clicking in. And she goes, well, I want to see if this is it, because I said, because you're supposed to do things to try to bring, like they tell you on these forums to sit there and just smell.
Yep.
Smell like candles or anything that's strong to restart your senses or whatever. And I go, dude, you should get the strongest halls possible. Because those halls like just clear everything, man. And you can taste and smell halls like crazy. And so she started doing that, and now
she's fixed.
Listen.
My God, the medical breakthrough that we've had.
I'm just telling you. I've turned Drake gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for giving him a lap dance.
Yeah. You fix Angie's nose with your farts.
Well, and Halls.
Yeah, but I mean, let's not take the credit. Really goes to your farts.
Well, thank you. All right.
So good for her. I'm happy that she can smell again. Well, I'm sad that the first thing she smelt was disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, like, wouldn't it have been nice if she had walked into like a place and it was like, oh, cinnamon. I love hot cocoa or apple cider, but instead it's just your insides.
Andrew, can you still taste and smell today?
Yeah.
That's a thing. Hey, how's that van working out for you, man?
I love the van so much.
What's that?
And I love the van so much. And I mean, we brought the TV home in the van. We had to lay down a lot of seats.
Still.
And people had to lay on the ground. But I mean, like, we brought it home. And we were with our friends. They don't have any kids. And they were like, well, when we have a kid, we'll probably get an SUV. And then if we have two, then we'll switch to a van. And I was like, just get one right away.
Dude, people are so dumb that don't want... Here, you know what it is, too? It's... And please don't take this the wrong way, not you, but anybody listening. It's, I think, the women that say no on the van, because listen, they already had kids. Maybe they lost a little bit of their in their head. I think a lot of moms are sexy, but in their head they had.
I like how you fixed that.
Thank you.
I like how you didn't want to say all moms are sexy, because we all know that's wrong, and you had to go a lot of.
A lot of moms are sexy, but they just had the babies. They probably lost their body, their body stretched and went this way and that way. Maybe they got a little mark, so they're feeling, and then they're going, I'm not getting a van. I'm already a mom. People are already. I don't want my identity to be just a mom.
Yeah,
but they don't realize how amazing a van is. Until they get it.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, don't even do the SUV. Go straight to van. Because once you're a parent, you're not cool anymore.
You're done.
As hard as you want to be cool, you're not.
It's just all gone.
It's impossible to be cool while also worrying about another person's bowel movements.
Right. You can't do that.
Those two are different sides of the spectrum. You can't do both.
Yeah.
And then we stopped at Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I saw a new family bringing their kid out, and they were struggling to get him into their SUV because the door opens the wrong way.
Yep.
No kid's door should ever open out like that.
Yep.
You're asking for an issue and to pay people to get dings fixed.
You remember that, that should be every four-door vehicle should open like a van. Hey, do you remember when the boss here, like, completely made fun of me?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you must have never had a van then.
You must have never had the bliss of putting in a car seat into a van.
Yeah.
That is the most just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to just hit the button. It opens on its own. You drop it in. It closes on its own. Oh.
Do you know what we do sometimes too? So we were going to the national park in Tennessee, and we were driving through all the places, right? And we opened the doors, and the kids were buckled in so they could see all the animals and everything just sitting there.
That feels unsafe.
Terribly unsafe. I mean, they're petting bears. They're driving by. But still, there was a llama in there somehow with us.
I'm 90% sure that we had just Dewey strapped in. We had him strapped in, but when we got to the thing, it was a beaver. We found him 2 weeks later. He was the king of the beavers.
It's so true, man. Vans are where it's at, though, dude. Yeah.
It just, this person right here, I refuse to get a minivan. I will suffer in my SUV forever.
Dumb.
You're wrong.
Yeah, you are very wrong.
You don't understand how convenient they are.
Yep.
And also, the smoothest ride I have ever had in a vehicle.
Mine's a little rough right now. I got to take mine in. Mine's a 2014, though. You know what I mean? It's not brand new. And
well, mine's a 17.
Well, I think I got some strut issues.
Yeah.
It's like when I go over a bump, like a pretty good pop. I mean, it like you can hear it, bang, like, and it feels like it's gonna fall apart.
How often are you hitting these big potholes?
Not much, not often. But when it happens now, like if I went over a railroad track a little too fast, bam. I mean, it's so I don't know if it's struts. I don't know if it's
something
shocks. I don't know if it's the sway bar. Do I sound like a man? Sway bar link? Do I sound? I don't know. Something though.
I don't know where any of those things are.
I don't either.
I just look at what's under my vehicle, see what's broken, and then YouTube it.
Yeah.
And then, that must be a CV joint.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a CV joint.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. That's if you're ever thinking about getting a van, just do it. Just because it is. I mean, to be able to do the stowaway seating. I mean, you could put it like a track. You put you want to go pick up a lawnmower, you could put it back there, man. You could
put an 82-inch TV in the back of my van. I mean, it would not have. Just to put this in perspective, I could not have brought that TV home in the back of my truck.
And there's extra storage
so much
when you if you don't stow away the seats.
Yeah.
You can put things in where the seats do stow away. You know, there's like a little actual
hidden little thing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I do have to put my seat all the way up to stow the seat.
It's annoying.
It's really annoying.
Yeah. First world problem, but I get it. It's
and
so annoying.
On the way to Mexico, or not Mexico.
You should go to Mexico.
I keep thinking I'm going on your vacation.
You should.
I wouldn't be surprised if I showed up at the airport with you. But guess what I'm doing? Because we're leaving at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Laying down all the back seats.
Sure.
The third row.
Yeah.
Laying down blankets and pillows. Everybody go sleep back there.
You can do that here. Like if you get here early enough, take a quick 15-minute by just laying down all the seats.
Yep. No, I couldn't get that comfy. Have you seen people that live in their Teslas?
Yeah.
Because they sell mattresses that'll fit back there.
Dude, it's incredible. I would love to get me a Tesla.
Yeah. Did you see they were messing around with a Tesla with two different kinds of batteries that got over 700 miles per charge?
Nice. Dude,
that's where it's at.
That Tesla like truck or something that can go to like 0 to 60 in 1 second.
Oh yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Electric vehicles will always be faster than just a regular combustion engine because there's no lag at all. Like there's none. It's power straight to the tires. What they need to do is not so much figure out how to get these cars to go longer, is figure out how to charge them faster.
Yeah, because how long does it take to do that?
Supercharger is like an hour.
See, my problem is this. Okay, so say I get, because they are super affordable. Say I get that first row, that like $28,000 Tesla or whatever, okay? It arrives at my house.
Mm-hmm.
How much is it going to cost me to rearrange that to get a charge at the house? Then I need to add
About $1,000.
so about $1,000. Great. It takes how long would you say for the Tesla to charge? Could I do it in one day?
Yes.
Okay.
Overnight, you could charge your Tesla from empty to full again.
But now my question is, the problem that I run into is I don't feel like we live in an area where there's enough chargers around. It would suck just trying to find those.
They are few and far between. It's unfortunate.
You would really have to plan out anywhere you drove that thing. You would have to know where the locations to charge. And then when you get to that gas charge station or whatever, how long you got to wait there?
That's what I'm saying. Of they need to figure out how to get it, because we're already conditioned as a people that we need to stop and fill up every 350 to 400 miles.
Sure.
But filling up gas is only it takes 10 minutes, and filling up a car takes an hour. You know, they have them strategically placed. Like they put the superchargers at a Meijer, which I think is brilliant, because it's like, oh, you just charge it and then you go into the store because you're bored in your car.
What happens if we just switched all of that too, and we just kind of stopped using so much gas, and then we weren't trading?
Yeah, I think our kids. I think our kids are going to be. It's going to flip.
Yeah.
When our kids are like our age, they're going to be like, I have a gas car, but there's not that many gas stations left.
Right. It'll be something special to have that car in your garage. You'd be like, whoa, you got one powered by gas?
Wow, weird.
Oh, wow.
You got this. What's it run on? Dead dinosaurs.
Really? Nice. I want to talk Elon Musk. There was something about him in the news. We'll talk about it next. Jake and Tanner Show.
take care of me.
Right. That's terrible. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. How's everybody doing today?
Fine.
Fine? Did you have a good weekend?
I did, actually. I enjoyed the weekend.
We're doing all right. We did okay. We booked that thing on Sunday, so we were really excited, and we're talking a lot about that.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It's kind of a quiet weekend. We ended up finishing Station 11. I'm reading the book now because, dude, I guess there's not going to be a season 2. I guess it was it. It was just a little mini series.
Micro series.
Yeah, and I'm like okay with it. It was really great, really good. But I wish there would have been a little bit more explanation on certain things. So I'm going to jump into the book.
Yeah,
and that's what I did. Other than that, though, yeah, man, yesterday was pretty boring. Sunday, it's just these winters, man. It's like I go. This summer, I remember asking Angie, "What do we do in the winter? Like on a Sunday, do we just sit here?" And I was asking her that in the summer, and she's like, "Yeah, we just kind of sit around." And I'm like, "Oh, it's terrible." I mean, we do stuff with the kids, like we took them sledding and stuff, and then we come back, and then we're just kind of there, waiting for dinner, waiting for some time to pass.
Yep, that's all you do in the winter is you just kind of wait for the next thing that you're supposed to do that day.
Texas, I guess. This is kind of jumping off of everything that we were just talking about. But I just found out Texas is kind of like Wisconsin, that you can take a kid. Well, Texas is like their own. They have their own laws, it seems like, over there. But you can take your kid into a bar there. And if you're the parent, they can have their drink with you. I did this with Colton. I told Colton, we went to that Crops or whatever location and had a supper club, and I took Colton in there, and Colton was only 19 or something at that time. And I'm like, okay, we have a plan. I go, this is going to be the plan. The plan is you're going to say, when the bartender comes up and asks me, you say, hey, I'll take a High Life. I'll be right back. Can you grab it? And then he goes to the bathroom, and then hopefully the bartender will just give 2 High Lifes, and they'll come back and not ID Colton. This was our big thing. And we did that. And he drank it, and then he had another one. I think they thought that he was just my kid.
Probably.
I didn't realize that was a rule in Wisconsin that you could do that.
It's either that or he just didn't care.
Or he just didn't care.
Yeah,
that could be.
It's the confidence. That's all it is.
Could be. That's a weird law. I mean, do people? Do they do that here? Do they have like a 15?
Right here.
But you can. I mean, can you get hammered?
Oh yeah.
So you can.
You're only 15. So you're getting hammered.
Legally, I could take Dewey in at 15 years old.
You could take Dewey in now.
But what bartender would allow that, or what's established? The establishment has to allow it, right?
They have the say. They can say no, but like legally. If a bartender was like, if your son would like a drink, he can have one.
Wow. 7.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it anywhere.
It's crazy.
I guarantee you're not setting up your 15-year-old for a healthy relationship with alcohol, but like...
Well, my parents didn't do that. And that was a terrible, awful experience with alcohol. Dude, I thought it was so normal. I heard somebody say, I always thought it was normal when your dad would come home and make a scotch. And I laugh because I'm like, what?
Just a?
Just a scotch? Dude, come on. Like, I thought it was totally normal to come home, drinking and driving. Always have a beer in the crotch.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, do an 18-pack of beer at night.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was normal for dads to go to the bar like multiple days a week.
Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah.
Is that not, that's not normal?
I mean, it's kind of, I guess I think it is. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's not like he was coming home drunk and getting mad at us and stuff like that.
Right.
But like when people be like, oh yeah, my dad's home every day, mate. Doesn't go to the bar ever. What does he got?
Yeah, so that
is. He has no friends?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You got a nerd dad.
So, Elon Musk was getting beaten up online here because he said that he lived in a $50,000 house. I think over in Texas. Or
that
whatever.
Doesn't feel right.
But he's been renting out his friend's mansion for like a ridiculous amount every month.
Oh.
But then what are you going to do? He's Elon. Like, these people are tearing him apart. How much? Dude, the dude has tons of money.
Yeah.
What do you want him to do with his money?
I guess the anger comes from, why did you say you lived in a $50,000 house?
I think the anger comes from people having so much and then people not having a lot. Because Elon, there's only a few people that have as much as Elon.
Do you think Elon's trying to get us to Mars, or is he just saying that so he can just have fun in space?
I don't know. I think he's a brilliant mind.
Yeah.
I don't think he works like normal people. And you know what? Maybe he deserves a couple billion more. This is what I was saying about the whole taxes thing. Like, maybe it's okay that he doesn't pay taxes, or he gets a couple extra $1 billion because he's doing things that you and I don't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's doing all these things that people can't do. I mean, I didn't realize that he's also doing, or he is doing the Tesla tunnels. Do you hear about that?
I saw that, and I also saw the absolute traffic jam that happened to them
in the tunnels itself. But I thought they were on electric Tesla like carts, almost like a railroad track. It's almost like a subway down there.
Not that he was looking to make tunnels that you drove through.
Right, to go one location to it.
That's what I saw.
I thought it was like
carts.
Okay, maybe they're not on carts, but I heard it's like under Vegas, or was it Vegas? Las Vegas.
I don't know where it's at, but I just watched
where thing. They're just so more traffic can be, I guess, easier there. But you got a traffic jam. That's funny.
Oh, and the tunnel's only like a car width.
Yeah.
So like it was. Like, I'm not look it up. Look up that traffic jam. It looked like the most claustrophobic thing I've ever seen. Because it's just like car stuck in the Tesla tube. Tesla tube or traffic jam. Yeah.
Is this
that's the one I saw.
But I don't know if this is the traffic jam itself.
Footage captures traffic jam in one of Elon Musk's.
Where you at? Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Okay. 47 seconds. Let's check it out. Hold on. Wait until this fight. Damn, we got to put in the code. We got to pass.
We have it. We'll put it in around January or December.
Okay. Whoa! That's like you're getting birthed. That is a tight fit.
Yeah, dude. Imagine you're going, somebody's stopped, and there's an accident up there.
And like everybody's got to put that beast in reverse all of a sudden.
You try it. You can't even get anybody to comprehend anything. Like, they sound cool on paper.
Okay, let me read this here. Elon Musk's new idea here. Musk's latest venture is called the Boring Company. Boring? No, I said yeah.
Yeah, because they're boring a hole.
Oh, okay. Boring Company. This computer-generated mock-up shows an underground network of tunnels. Okay, so it's like you're literally driving on the road, and then you go down into a tunnel with your car, okay? Up to 30 layers deep. Elon Musk wants to make this 30 layers. So there's like a bunch of overpasses and stuff underneath. And then, you get... See, this is his thing. Check it out. This is kind of what I was seeing. That you put your car right on this like Tesla track, and it moves the car.
See, that is, once again...
Could use an electric skate to move cars up to a high speed, like 124 miles an hour, they're saying.
Once again, really cool in concept.
But why not? You know what I mean? Like, the Mars thing is cool, too, in concept. I know. This could work.
I hope it does. Because that is the better way. That is a better way of traveling. Take human error out of it. Because that's what happens when you can't put everybody on a cart. You get in a traffic jam, stuck in a tunnel, underground.
Like I said,
that's what sucks.
Like I said, I mean, years down the road, we're going to be able to answer the question. Grandpa, you used to drive cars yourself? Yeah. Was there accidents? Hundreds of thousands. All the time people were dying.
People died a lot doing accidents.
And
you
right
guys
here.
were going like 200 miles an hour and be like, no, we were only going like 60.
The Tesla tunnels are in Vegas, currently only between the Vegas convention centers. But he's hoping to connect them to the Strip as well. Right now, the cars are driven by people, but eventually they're going to be self-driving. Yeah.
That would be the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get them self-driving cars, a lot less. You wouldn't even need the cart then.
See, I just think Musk is 100 steps ahead of people like you and I.
I think he's looking at the future on what could make things better. Like, because it is an absolute.
Somebody said it's just a subway. Yeah, but you get to drive it. A subway, you don't get a car after you get out. The car, once you get out of the tunnel, you still have your car.
And here's the other thing. It's not a subway just in a city. He wants to connect major cities.
Right.
And then
boy, man.
And then think about if it's in a way that you don't have to use your gas.
Yeah.
You could go 120, that was showing 124 miles an hour, their mock-up, nonstop.
Yep. Yeah, he's saying, like Tanner's saying, what it does is you go onto the tunnel onto like a cart, and that cart pushes your car.
That's his best case scenario. Oh, the amount of money that would take to drill through. Like, just imagine how much money it would take to connect Vegas and LA, two cities that seemingly aren't that far apart, but the technology that would have to go into it. And
Could you imagine if it's like New York to LA? You just jump on your cart.
That's the goal, is that they want to do that, but that also raises questions. What about poo-poos and pee-pees?
Well, hopefully, at that point with Tesla,
we could turn our feces into battery power.
Turn it into like something. When you sit down, you're actually just sitting right onto a spout, and they extract it from you. Even if you don't even know, about that, you got a caca. It knows when you're about ready to caca, and so it goes.
Like
and it just pulls it right out.
Yeah, like one of those weird arms the mechanics use to grab bolts.
Yeah, and we hire all the perverts to do that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Suck it out of you.
Yeah. You just spit it out. You know what I mean? Like you're siphoning gas.
Yeah.
But that's another Elon thing. But he doesn't know if that's going to come to whatever that word is. Fruition? There it is. Anyway. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. We'll be back. More of us next in the 8 o'clock hour. Join us. So Ben Affleck was talking to Matt Damon about...
Those two know each other?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They were in a movie together recently called, I think, The Last Duel.
Okay.
And Matt asked Ben why he thinks it failed. Because it was a box office flop.
Yeah.
But it was number one in iTunes with streaming. And it got like 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's
Really?
It's a good movie, apparently.
Oh.
But and Ben said it's just because if it is not Marvel, and he's like, these Marvel movies, these big movies like this, that people have been together or have watched these characters for like the last 15 years, like you say.
Yeah.
That's a big draw to go to the theater because they're super excited to see that.
Very invested.
They can't wait. They're invested. And he said...
It's a TV show. It's basically a TV show that a lot of the country is involved in.
Right. And he said The Last Duel and movies like that, that's not pulling people to the theater anymore.
Mm-mm.
He went on to think that there's going to be 30 movies a year in the theater. This is how it's going to happen next. And they're going to be the big movies. They're going to be the Marvel movies. They're going to be these huge animated movies.
Yep.
For kiddos and stuff, but like The Last Duel and movies that I kind of High on Hell Water and all that, like those are going to go right to streaming. He said,
which ultimately good.
Yes, he said Argo wouldn't have got made, and that was a fabulous movie. I think he won Best Director for. It was really good. He said that would have been on Amazon Prime or Netflix as a miniseries.
Yep.
And that Argo would have been a series rather than just a one-shot movie.
Yeah.
He's like, it's really tough to pull people into the theaters, and it is.
Because we've been conditioned now, we want series.
Oh, yeah.
We want a connection. We don't want the story to be done in 2 hours.
Right.
You know, Spider-Man was 2.5 hours long, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
it's a part of a bigger picture.
Yep.
Which makes it feel like it's a longer thing. It's the same reason why I've even said I enjoy TV shows more than I enjoy movies right now. Because could you imagine, like, Breaking Bad?
As just a 2-hour movie?
Just a 2-hour movie?
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't have worked at all.
No.
But we got to watch that character for 5 years. So it's like, okay, well, I enjoy this now.
Yeah, I do think he's not wrong on that. Yeah, I would never want to be an actor now. Like, today it seems weird. If there's not... In the 90s, I feel like it was much more special to be an actor.
Well, I think what it is that if you're going to be an actor now and you want the super, like the movie star feel,
right,
you better be a superhero.
Well, yeah,
because that's the only, because you're going to get recognized like you would in the 90s, you know, Brad Pitt doing Seven or whatever. Like, you're going to be that recognizable, but now you have to be a superhero or you have to be a part of some sort of fandom.
Yeah, that 90s, we've said it before, that 90s George Clooney, Brad Pitt, that's all done, man.
Mm-hmm.
That 90s celebrity status.
Yeah.
I got this. I thought this would be fun to talk about. Now, we've kind of talked about stuff like this, but it's well worth it again. Boomers are sharing things that Gen Zers will never understand.
Okay.
And speaking of movie theaters, calling that movie theater to hear the recording.
Once again, I'm very happy that our generations have been left out of this.
Yeah, me too. Well, actually, it says millennials.
Damn it.
Yeah. This one is... I forget there was a time when there was a military draft for the Vietnam War. And that is crazy for me to think.
Well, we had to sign up for it.
Yeah.
When, ladies, listen up. When a man turns 18, they're supposed to go to the post office and sign up for selective service.
Check this out. This is them back in the day doing one of the drafts for... win the draft, their very first birthday they're calling, okay? There's this thing with a bunch of blue capsules, all right? I mean, these people are definitely dead and gone. These guys are like 100 that are drawing this blue, and here it is. So you're sitting around waiting by your television with your family.
To see if your number was drawn.
See if your number was drawn. Here's the very first one. And then it's... All right, he's unfolding the piece of paper. Oh, man, that's me! And then they put it up on the board, and then you got to go to wherever the nearest place is to go get...
And register.
Register and sign up. It's just great. Like, what if you're not good with the gun?
I believe I think it was my old history teacher. he was around during the draft, and he said his dad was always very big on military and stuff like that, but he said if his number had been drawn, his dad was like, I'll help you get to Canada. I will sneak you to Canada.
So what if you were just back in the day and you go, I don't want to do it. If you didn't go to Canada, would they just arrest you and put you in jail? Okay, well, I'll just do that then. You know what I mean? Is that
they come get you and force you to go to the military.
Oh, it's wild to think. If you're like, I wouldn't be good at this. Like, I'm going to be terrible. You still want me to do it?
Yeah. It's like, I'm good. They'll be like, yeah, because the people that are good will put you in front of the good people. Like, you get to go in first. That's why they allow recruiters in high schools now, which seems so crazy.
Where they try to talk you into doing that? Yeah.
You're walking at lunch, and then you've got a dude that's like, hey, come here, sophomore. Why don't you give me your name so I can call you every year and tell you that you signed up for the military?
Yeah, and it's true. And then you're stupid. Your cortex or whatever, that's not even developed yet. So you don't even have any way to make any rational decisions because you're nowhere near developed in a brain, but you're getting, not brainwashed, well, I don't want to say that, but you're getting almost a little bit manipulated in a way of...
I told my dad I was going to join the military because I thought it would be a good way to get in shape, grab muscle. And he said, don't you dare join the military just because you want to get in shape.
So my birthday, December 1st, I would have been, your draft number wouldn't, if your birthday, my draft number was 129 and was called in 1970. So if my birthday was just one day later, I would not have been called. So I was definitely called. Let me see yours.
September 19th.
I know.
You don't know. I don't know why, but it's a fun thing that I like to do.
Yep. Your draft number was 177.
You were first, though.
I was first. So if your birthday was just one day earlier, you would not have been.
You would have been one day later.
I don't know. It just says one day earlier. How did that work? Like, so if your draft number was 177, were you were still going, right? Or
were
you not going?
That was the one. I don't know.
Or were you just on standby waiting to get sent?
I'm not sure.
I don't know how it worked.
Could you imagine being the first one? God, that'd suck. Like the first one, I was like, this is the first one. Like they said, September 14th. And it's like, damn it.
I wonder how long you had to report. I wonder if it's like, boom, gotta go. Weird. It's just such a weird thing to think that, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's weird to me. I understand why it happened. I get why they did it, but damn, that seems weird.
Type in August 28th.
All right, hang on.
Because what year did they do this?
1969, right? August 29th?
Yeah, 28th.
28th. Yep.
If
167 was called 1970.
If I think I remember my dad saying this, he was only like 2 years away. If he was 2 years older, he would have been drafted to the military.
Really?
Because that's his birthday.
Gotcha.
He was born in 57, so he was only... He was like 12 or 13. So yeah, just a few more years and he would have been...
I know those guys too, I've heard some people say, when I say some, I just hear Gordon saying this, is he just went into the military because he was going to get drafted. That's what he said. I don't know, just...
You might as well go.
Yeah,
like that
so
was
he
their
wanted
idea.
to pick his branch.
Oh. And it seemed like at that time, like that's what you did.
I guess. Yeah, it was more of,
Like you either... there was no person on the fence. Either you were against the war and you did not want to go and you got drafted to go, or you're like, I'm going. Like after high school, like go to the war.
Didn't Muhammad Ali, wasn't he a draft dodger, or isn't that what they call him? Draft
dodger.
Wasn't Ali that? I thought he was.
I don't know.
I know Elvis went.
Yeah, he went. That's crazy.
Dude, I guess he got treated, even though they were saying like he didn't get treated differently. Apparently, people said that, oh my God, did he get treated differently?
He said he didn't want to be treated any different than any other draft.
Okay, you were the biggest. Dude, Elvis Presley?
You're the king. You're literally Elvis Presley. You think you were going to get... He knew he was going to go in there. It was going to be great PR for him, and he wasn't going to go front lines. Did he ever leave the country?
I don't know. I know that guy was... At that time, maybe even now, he is the biggest name on the planet.
Dude, they used him for everything. When he got drafted, I think people who showed up for their draft or sign-ups skyrocketed.
Oh, I bet.
When polio vaccine or measles vaccine came out, he got it on TV, and vaccines went from like 60% to like 85%. That's the power that Elvis Presley had. He was like, "Oh, I'll get this on TV," and 20 extra percent of people were just like, "Yes."
He had to be going from his humble upbringings to having everything and to become that famous. I don't think people realize the fame.
People know my mom knows where she was when Elvis died.
Did you ever see
my dad, people know where they were when they found out Elvis died. You know how we all say, "Where were you on 9/11?" They say that, "Where were you when Elvis died?"
Have you seen the video with him being very excited while he's dancing with a very pretty girl? Google that, dude. It's just crazy. It's like they got this on video. I think it was during a movie or whatever. And I mean, you can dude, I had to be super, but he's Elvis. He just does what he wants, and he was there he is, very excited dancing with this beautiful woman.
Yeah. Well, he was a beautiful man too.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, for real. I just popped in because we were talking to Elvis, just like it popped up for him. It just popped up for me thinking about that.
Yeah, and his pants are so tight.
Yeah,
that had to have been, I've been in that position before. That has to be the most uncomfortable he's ever been.
What did you type in?
Elvis Presley boner. The 100% what I typed. What else are you typing in?
Yeah, Elvis. Look at her back away, too. She's like, whoa,
what is that? He's looking down like, it's for you.
Oh, Lordy, yeah, the cameras are rolling, and he's like, dang it, not now. No,
dude, no.
You don't think he even cares?
I believe that at that point in his life and career, he said, "This woman's so lucky."
Oh, probably. Because this is his good-looking stages, too, man.
He was the king at this moment. And I guarantee he slept with that girl.
Probably.
Right? I mean, right after that scene shot down, he pointed, and she went, "Okay."
Yeah, I guess. That's...
Because if I was a lady in whenever this was taken, and Elvis showed interest in my body, I'd be like, "Let's go, Elvis."
Dude, I like the fat Elvis. I like when he was just a wreck, man. What is going on?
Drug addict Elvis is, I think, his purest form.
Dude, look at this man.
Fat Elvis was a cool guy.
Dude, just crazy.
Is it true that he died on the toilet?
Yeah, that's 100% true that he died on the toilet.
Yeah,
Heart attack, man. I mean, I did the amount of drugs that guy was on.
Yeah, he was taking speed pills to keep him awake, but also sleeping pills.
Yeah. It seems so weird.
It's like, Elvis, why don't you just not take any of them? Yeah. Be like, well, I need the 5 sleeping pills to counteract those 10 speed pills I just took.
All right. More Jake and Tanner show on the way next. Hang on. Hey, we got a bonus segment. We'll do one of those after this show here, and I don't know. What do we got, like 40 minutes? Be a part of it. Text LINK, LINK to 71090. Why not? How about it? Jake and Tanner show. So Netflix apparently raising its prices again. You don't have it, though, right?
Nope.
Dude, I don't even know what I'm doing with it. Like, every once, it's like when I get onto the treadmill at the gym, I'm like, if I run out of something, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go through Netflix.
I started watching Good Place because it's something you can watch
when you're running,
when you're not paying attention.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess it's going from $17.99 to $20 now.
Really?
That's the premium plan.
That's the one that we always have.
Dude, it started out $7.99. I think it was even cheaper than that when you were getting the DVDs.
Yep.
$5.99.
Yep.
Price increase, inflation. Where do they get off, man?
Yeah, it's insane. Well, they better start putting in, like, they're gonna, I guess they need it to do more things. I watched that Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah. Was that on Netflix?
Yeah, it was a Netflix original, and now it's up, best. Oh, okay, let me put it this way. I didn't finish Tick Tick Boom. Very good movie, I assume. The acting in it, phenomenal. The music in it, phenomenal. I had zero interest because I never watched
Rent.
Jonathan Larson, the first time I ever heard that name was when this movie came out. I know nothing about him. So seeing his life, it's fine, but I'll put it this way. Andrew Garfield did an amazing job acting that role.
I guess. I mean, he was good at acting. Nobody knew the guy.
Yeah, I didn't know the guy. Maybe he did a terrible job at it. But he did a good job acting. Not as good as just the 10 minutes of Benedict Cumberbatch acting I saw in Power of the Dog. So
I just don't know, man, if Netflix is worth $20.
We used to do that bit.
Yeah, like how high is it going to get to?
How high does Netflix need to get? And every B-list radio show is going to ask that question today. How high does Netflix get before you cancel it?
My wife is the one she doesn't want to cancel it. Because I'm like, we should just get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And she's like, but what if? She has terrible time with these things.
Yeah.
Like we got Disney Plus right now just because we have somebody's password.
Mm-hmm.
Kids love it. So that's a thing. And I like it because I get to watch Life Below Zero. That's my jam.
Yeah.
And I can watch that. So that's like the cheapest one, I think, out of everything.
$8.
Oh, is it $8?
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely cheaper for me because I'm not paying for it.
Yeah. Hulu's not bad either.
I haven't been to Hulu in a long time right now, man.
We pay $10 a month for Hulu, but we also get Spotify with it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, we like our Spotify and Hulu comes with it. HBO Max never ceases to amaze me. Every time I go on there, I find something else that I enjoy watching.
Yeah, HBO Max is pretty good. I might dump Hulu. I don't know why. I'm done with what do you call that show that we were super into there for
Alone?
a second? No.
It's something with an A, wasn't it? Oh, Handmaid's.
Yeah, with Handmaid's Tale, man. That last season, complete garbage.
I'm just over it. It's gone one season too long. I don't know how many times I can watch June just screw herself. You know what I mean? Like, I get what she's doing, but, also at this point, I think she's going about it wrong.
I just don't want her to be in Canada.
I wanted it to end with her in Canada.
You know what I don't like also? I can't stand the Nick guy. I think he's a terrible actor. I don't like his character in there.
Thank you.
And I also, what a cheating WHORE,
yes!
man. Dude, you got a guy that's been worried sick about you.
Trying to
find
go through,
you.
Yeah.
And now you're in love with Nick? Drives me insane.
I have already predicted how this show ends.
All right, please tell me. Hopefully Nick dies.
Nick dies delivering her kid.
He delivers it? Like it comes out of him?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This last season's going to take a turn.
Wow.
And then Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's going to show up, and it's going to get weird.
Hey, tell that thing that you were talking about, the interesting fact that you had with lesbians and babies.
Okay,
Because this is crazy.
I had read that they are doing trials in the research to show that they could take the bone marrow stem cells out of one person and create semen, making it possible, like to the point where they'll be able to make it possible for a lesbian couple to have both
their
DNA
wow.
into one baby. And I think that is so amazing.
Is that actually happening, or is that a theory, or what are they?
Bone marrow? I don't even know.
That is crazy.
Bone marrow.
Very cool.
Baby? Bone
Very
marrow
crazy.
Baby. Okay. Somebody already searches. How close are we from making babies from bone marrow? This is an article from 2 years ago.
All right. Well, that's about our show.
Pretty close, they say. I mean,
that's just good, but think about that, man.
IVF. Yeah. Dude, think about how amazing that is. That a lesbian couple would be able to have a baby.
Oh, dude, you just
together fully. Like, it would be both of their things. Not saying that, one's not, it's whatever, but like, that's such a cool thing.
You're going to just be, because you're just going to be able to do away with men soon.
But then, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, they should, to be honest. We're awful. And then that raised a question somebody asked, could you impregnate yourself then?
I was just going to ask that. Could you take your own bone marrow and impregnate yourself?
I think what would come out of you would be some sort of demon's one.
Well, it could be.
It is not going to be a full person.
No, it'd definitely be something from Pulaski.
Yeah, yeah. It would be, now let's put it this way. Valedictorian at Pulaski, basically just a rock anywhere else.
Yeah. Did you get to... over the weekend, that volcano that erupted. Did you see the video of that?
Yeah.
Oh, that is insane.
It's absolutely amazing. This planet is so scary.
Yeah, it makes you go, like, all the little things that you're, like, griping about on the internet, going, whoa, like, none of them even, what?
Like, has the tsunami reached anywhere yet?
No, they were saying, like, the whole West Coast might get 1 to 2 foot waves over in California and Seattle and all that.
They're pretty far away, but, like, what about...
Hawaii?
Yeah, Hawaii.
Hawaii, I think it touched, but I don't think it's, like, doing major damage over there. I mean...
what about the other countries? It was closer to, like...
Tonga. It was over there in Tonga. And I guess that was getting some major waves. Like, dude, a volcano in the Pacific erupted.
Under the ocean.
Under the ocean, shot up like a mushroom bomb of waves and ash, and it created a tsunami there.
Yep.
And could you imagine being over there in that? There's not a ton of people that live on there. I think there's 100,000 or 70. I don't know. But could you imagine you're just sitting there and all of a sudden ash, and it just covers the sky and it gets dark?
Great. We're going to move tomorrow.
Where's Hawaii from this Tonga? Is it north or
Tonga eruption,
or is it south?
I think it's north and east.
Northeast?
Yes, I believe that is where it is. Screw you, New York Times. I'm not paying.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a little northeast. Yeah, going that way. Dude, that it's hitting the West Coast, dude. That's wild to think.
Yeah. Somebody put on TikTok, they were like, San Francisco closed down their beaches and stuff like California did, in wake of the tsunami. And one guy's like, it's just an overcast outside, but even his caption's like, this might age really bad.
Yeah.
This could age poorly. Yeah, U.S. West Coast under tsunami advisory. So they're not 100%.
So it's not a warning or anything. Yeah. I mean, what is 1 to 2? I can't really do. I mean, are the CNN doing a bunch of fear porn or whatever? Or I mean, can that really do some damages? I'm sure that could sweep somebody out if you're just standing there.
I don't know the force behind it.
Yeah,
like a 1 to 2 wave, but how much water is that going to hit? Is that going to do 1 to 2 feet, but it's going to make it 10 miles into the city? You know what I mean?
Right. I guess Anchorage, Alaska, 5,800 miles away when that thing went off in the Pacific. They heard and felt it. 5,800 miles away, people in Anchorage, Alaska. Heard it? I don't know. You would think New Zealand, 1,200 miles away. They reported hearing it. Did you see it then?
I watched the video. Yeah, it's so cool. Like it's
This is
really cool.
This is caught on satellite. Check this out.
And it is like bang.
Pow!
Yep. That's insane.
Dude, that's under. That's under that water.
It's under the water and
How
it still
deep?
did that. I don't know.
This is why oceans scare me. Just think if you were just cruising in your Bayliner.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
You're just out in the middle of the ocean. Oh, could you imagine if
You're in a rowboat.
you were Tom Hanks, Castaway,
And that killed
and
you.
you finally got on your raft, and you're like, "Save me!" Bang.
Yeah, dude. Like oceans like that. Already, I'm not a big fan. Like one of my biggest fears is being in the ocean, and then something submerges. Not submerges. No. Upmerges. Upmerges.
Yeah.
And it's like a submarine. Or like if a boat, dude, think of like one of those
Just shows up.
cruise ships are just going by you in the middle of the ocean, just going by you and can't see you, something that big, and like starts sucking you under. You're trying to get away, but it's pulling you under.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's pulling you.
Oh, it's terrifying. That's more terrifying than a volcano erupting. Still, I mean, would that kill?
I don't know,
Could you ride the wave? Or do you think that would kill you?
I don't suggest you do.
Like if that popped up above you, would you be just sitting there with the blue whale and you guys going straight up, or would it kill you automatically?
I think the water would probably cook you.
You think it's pretty warm?
Probably a little hot.
But I wonder what the degrees is. Nobody's even talking about that.
Probably a little bit hotter than a hot tub.
Okay.
I would assume.
Boy, so it would affect your breathing?
Probably a little bit.
Well, probably the ash. You'd suck in that ash and just be done.
Probably wouldn't be great either.
Probably not.
No, I saw wait, what were you saying right before that?
About the blue whale.
I watched a thing. I was going to send it to you of how dark the ocean is when you're out in the middle of the ocean.
No. You mean just the water itself?
Just looking out there, because when you're out in the middle, you're not near any land, no light sources at all. It is pitch black.
Well, unless there's the moon. The moon's going to light up.
Imagine if it's a cloudy night, though.
I watch these Shouldn't Be Alives, and there'll be people that are floating on a log for like 6 days out in the middle of the ocean, and the waves are just taking them, right? And the guy said that he saw something coming at him very slowly through the moon. The moon at night, you're kind of just seeing this come to you, and then it was a flipping another log, and he was just like,
"Oh, that's terrifying."
Oh,
yeah,
my God! Nobody can hear you scream in the middle of the Pacific, baby.
And it's another survivor on another log.
Could you imagine? What are the chances?
Rick! Yeah. Flight 15B! Oh my God!
Do you know how many people die from falling off Carnival cruise ships a year? I don't know. It's got to be tons, though, right? That's what I think. That's why I don't want to do a cruise.
Didn't we look that up once and it wasn't that much? I'm sure hammocks are more dangerous. Many people fall off cruise ships.
Yeah, man. I couldn't, and then you just get sucked right under.
About 25 a year.
That is too many. Put some nets around it.
But what is the...
I wonder if it's drunk people acting stupid.
Yeah, that's got to be it. But they say some survive, some don't. And some are just never found. Falling off a cruise ship is a terrifying experience because you can fall as many as 100 feet into the water. Dude, those are big. Those cruise ships are not... They're bigger than you think. Think about how big it is. It's bigger than that.
And then think about you being drunk and you're having a good night, right? And then you fall in, you survive, you come up, and you're like, hey! Because they can't hear you, and you just see your boat and your friends still partying.
Yeah, you better hope you're not just going out alone to go grab a smoke. You better hope somebody watched you fall off.
Well, what do? Do they make a quick U-turn to come get you?
I think they have smaller boats.
At best. And how far do they get up there without, and then you floated away? They're like, I think he fell off here, but then you just float away.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
And dolphins rape you.
It happens too often.
Could you imagine that's your last? You fall off the cruise ship drunk.
And you think dolphins, because we've been conditioned to think that dolphins are like...
Going to save you?
Going to save you and be like, they're smart and they'll take me to shore and be like, nope.
Nope, they just come and bully you and rape you.
Yeah. Come here.
And then what do you call it? The flipping orcas, the bullies of the ocean, just
Yeah.
swat you up in the air like
you get
100 times.
Yeah, you get thrown in the air 100 times by an orca. You finally survive to land into a pile of rapist fish.
Dolphins.
Oh, no!
And then you still see your friends partying, like driving, floating away. But terrible. Oh, God.
Just kill me!
Stop the rape! All right, more Jake and Tanner show next. All right, so I had a good day today.
It was a fun day.
It was all right.
Fun day. Sexy today.
Yeah, really.
Is what it was.
If you missed anything on the show, you can text JT to 71090 and get it sent right to your phone. Also, we are going to do a bonus segment. We do them all the time. You want to be a part of that? Text link, LINK to 71090. We're going to be doing a take from Jake and Tanner here. Just a minute. What are we at? I forget what we're at.
I think we're at 40 today.
Okay, $40 today to try giving away. Hey, did you hear? I wanted to read this because I found this super interesting. There's something called the 4-penny coffin. This was like way back in the day, like London. They were like the very first homeless shelters.
Okay.
And they were coffins.
Oh.
So what they did is they had a line of, this homeless shelter at first, not at first, but they had 3 different levels. 1 penny, 2 penny, or 4 penny. I don't know what happened to the 3 penny. 1 penny was if you're homeless, you can sit on this bench to take a break.
Okay.
Can't sleep, low.
No sleep.
No sleeping.
Okay.
2 pennies, you can sit on the bench that has a rope and fall asleep. And you just drape your arms over it, and you just go out like you're a drunk sailor.
Yep.
4 pennies get you your own coffin. And they had a bunch of these coffins laying around. And they were just like little coffin boxes that you would close the lid
and sleep in
and go to sleep. And it gets you out of the elements, and it was 4 pennies. And then that's where they got the Christianity. They got a lot of sermons were preached there because they were just laying there. Like, damn, I want to sleep. I don't want to hear a sermon. It's a Joel Osteen.
How are you here?
Dude, that one TikTok of Joel Osteen where that guy's like, hey, Joel, hey, how you doing? And then he's smiling at he's like, you're a real piece of ass, right?
And he's like, yeah. He just walks away. That made me so happy.
Yeah, a lot of people, man, not liking Joel Osteen too much. The guy has just too much money. He's the Elon Musk of the preachers.
The issue is that he makes money off of giving people hope.
Well, that's kind of all preaching, right?
Yeah, it is. But like, there's a difference between his amount of money and then like your local church asking you for money. You know what I mean?
Well, let me read this. The big one when Joel wouldn't open his doors for the church. What happened there in Texas? The hurricane.
When they had their ice storm, wasn't it?
I thought it was the hurricane where he said, nope, nobody can come in quite yet. And they're like, dude, your place is huge, and you're in church. What do you mean you're not going to let people come in? They have nowhere to go.
It's like Jesus. He literally said, like, take care of the sick and poor.
Yeah.
We are that now.
Dude,
I don't want you guys poor to touch me.
That guy it's a 38,000 member church.
Yep.
38,000. I forget what stadium it was. It was a sports stadium that they got enough money. He got so popular at what he does that he's a superstar to those people. Celebrity status. I mean, you're sitting down there on that platform, and he is preaching to like every week 30,000 people live and on TV.
Yep. They give him so much money to do it.
Oh yeah. Well, do you think they pass around a plate?
No, I think it's I think they've gotten past the judge me plate.
What do you have? How is he getting paid then? Do you think?
I still think he gets donations, but I don't think they're passing a plate around to 36,000 people.
That'd be crazy. It's just overflowing.
And it takes so much time. Joel Osteen's net worth.
606,000 square foot Lakewood Church. Lord.
Listen, he's only worth over $50 million.
And, people will talk to him when he gets interviewed, like Larry King or whatever, and they're like, what do you say to people that say you got too much money? He says, well, God blessed me. He blessed me, and I smile.
Yeah.
Because he wants everybody to prosper, and I have prospered. And he wrote books, too.
How much money do you think his church brings in a year?
Okay, so this is not him.
But his church.
This church. Now, help me understand, where's that income? What is that income? Just from donations?
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah, some of these, there's conflicting like salaries. Now this one is saying that he's worth well over $100 million.
Okay, so how much does it bring in?
$43 million a year in collections. Collections. That's the plate. $43 million. And that is...
Oh, my God.
Here's the thing. Once again, that's tax-free money. Churches are non-taxable.
Yep.
So that's just... He just gets the money.
How do you... That's weird. It's just weird because you're in it. A lot of his people that go to that church are nowhere near his level of tax bracket. So you're going through all of this trial and error, or not trials and whatever. You're going through hardships. That's what I wanted to say. But your preacher lives in a mansion with a private jet, and how do you?
That is the thing that I think gets people the most is that
these mega churches.
That like his, like typically the people who attend those types of churches are not overly wealthy. So when they're giving money, like they're giving a good amount, like they're giving, maybe it's, $50, but $50 to them means a lot more. So you get all of those people to do it. Feels like a scam, doesn't it? Well, it feels like a scam to get poor people to give you money. But he is providing a service.
You're telling me that it cost? You got to buy tickets to go see a Joel Osteen?
Yeah.
A sermon. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that Lakewood was. I thought Lakewood was my church. I thought I lived by Lakewood Church, so I could just attend.
No.
Ew.
You don't get to see him for free.
Seats in the 100 section are around $150
to go to church.
What?
To go to church.
What?
And see quite possibly one of the least attractive men talk.
Dude, he. You know what? That's really close to me now. Thinking, I didn't know that. I didn't know they charged. To me, that's very close to being an evangelist, where you're getting the demons out of them, and people are passing out and falling over, and stand up and walk, and they're walking across stage. I mean, I didn't realize that he charged people to go see him.
Yeah, I would love.
That's where money's coming from. That's where how the church makes the money. Wow.
I would love to watch one of his sermons, because maybe he is just like so good at it.
No, he is. Like, I've watched it. He makes you feel real good, and it's all positive. It's positive preaching, you know what I mean? It's very prosperity preacher. I mean, that's it. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, God, he is.
Oh, yeah, he's unattractive.
He is just not a pretty man. You know what he looks like, though? This picture specifically makes him look like if Tim Allen just had a different... Like if instead of Tim Allen going to prison and becoming like
he became a prosperity preacher.
Yeah, like he found Jesus in prison. That's what
it's
it looks like.
Weird too. That guy is so wealthy off something you can't prove. Isn't that weird? I'm not saying that it's wrong or you shouldn't believe it. I'm just saying it's
that's the other thing. It's all just hope. It's giving people that are in some of their worst times, like, and they turn to God for help and being like, yes, I would love to do prayers with you. Just buy the VIP prayer package and I'll send 10 prayers your way for $1,000.
I wonder if that's like that. I wonder if he has some kind of weird level like that.
Maybe not Joel Osteen, but I know some of those televangelists, they'll do things like, this is our prayer package. I watched a thing of John Oliver did it. And then he set up his own so he could start doing it too. But
we got to fly. 866-916-0959. $40 up for grabs if you know. A few questions here. Big thanks to Prospera Credit Union Life Stage Personal Guidance. They're the ones that put money on this. $20 a day every time Tanner wins. While we wait for you to call, 866-916-0959. It's 5 questions. If you get stuck, you're not allowed to pass. We can say pass, but that'll be your answer. Tanner will be out of the room when you're answering your questions because otherwise it'd be cheating. We don't want that. We'll grade all these together at the very end. And again, if you win, you're getting $40. If you lose, goes up $20 a day. Lowest time will win. I'm explaining this while we're waiting for some calls here. I'm not going to explain it again. But lowest time will win in case of a tie also. So 866-916-0959.
How many questions are there?
5 questions.
Okay, can you pass?
Yeah, no. Hi, who's this? Hi, who's this?
Hi, my name is Kristen.
All right, Kristen, you know the rules, right?
Okay, yeah, but I don't know. Will you explain it to me real fast?
No, Kristen, I just did.
5 questions.
Okay.
Time is the
Never mind,
tiebreaker,
I
and
got
you
it.
can't pass.
No. Okay, I'll
if
just
you
try.
do say pass, that'll be your answer. But just remember when you're thinking about your answers, you might not want to take too much time because the lowest time will win in case of a tie. Tanner is out of the room. Are you ready, Kristen?
Yes.
Good luck. Your time would take from Jake and Tanner. $40 edition begins in 3, 2, 1. What gymnastic event often sees men performing the Iron Cross or crucifix?
Pass.
Which company took over production of the Rolls-Royce cars in 2003?
I have no idea. This is embarrassing. Pass.
What color is the smoke announcing the election of a new pope?
White.
In what arcade game did the player attempt to avoid vehicle traffic and crocodiles?
Pass.
What was the name of the 1991 Windows game where a player controls a skier on a mountain slope avoiding obstacles and the abominable snowman while trying to perform stunts?
No, I must be too young for this. I don't know. Pass.
Oh, at that time. Wait, well, how old are you? Tanner!
Yeah, he definitely won.
Wait, what's your age? I want to know if you are too young for that.
I'm 29.
Oh, yeah, you are too young from that. Hang on really quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. No, I want to go now. What gymnastic event often sees men performing the Iron Cross or crucifix?
Rings.
What company took over production of a Rolls-Royce cars in 2003?
Fiat.
What color is the smoke announcing the election of a new pope?
White.
In what arcade game did the player attempt to avoid vehicle traffic and crocodiles?
Frogger.
What was the name of the 1991 Windows game where a player controls a skier on a mountain slope, avoiding obstacles in an abominable snowman while trying to perform stunts?
Oh, I know this. Downhill skis.
Time.
Oh, that's not it. I'm going to know it the second you tell me.
All right, let's see if we get $40 today, Kristen. What gymnastic event often sees men performing the Iron Cross or crucifix? Kristen passed. Tanner said rings. Rings was correct.
Oh, dang.
Which company took over production of the Rolls-Royce cars in 2003? Kristen passed. Tanner said Fiat. BMW.
Oh.
1-0. Tanner leads. What color is the smoke announcing the election of the new pope? You both said white. Yeah, you're both correct. 2-1. In what arcade game did the player attempt to avoid vehicle traffic and crocodiles? Kristen passed. Tanner said Frogger. Frogger, correct. And what was the name of the 1991 Windows game where a player controls a skier on a mountain slope, avoiding obstacles in the abominable snowman while trying to perform stunts? Kristen passed. Said she was too young for these stupid questions. Tanner said downhill skier. If anybody remembers, it was called Ski Free.
Oh.
Ski Free. Tanner, you win this, though.
Hey.
Thanks,
Dang
Kristen.
it.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Take care.
Have a good day.
You know. There you go.
The idea that somebody is too old for a or too young for a question still bothers me.
Yeah, right?
Because just because you weren't born does not mean you cannot learn things that happened before you.
Hey, listen, we're going to be playing, we're going to be doing a bonus segment. Join us. Text link to 71090. It is a Jake and Tanner show.